I am Nti Amung. For anyone paying attention to the whispers and writings on the walls, literally speaking, now many streets in town are now being flooded with campaign posters, with Independent Electoral Commission INEC raising the red flag on the tidings ahead of 2027. While the political rhetorics and atmosphere is at a fever pitch. Across party lines, the race for the top job seems to be taking the center stage. Former Minority Leader, House of Representatives, and an APC chieftain, Honorable Farouk Adamu Aliyu. He joins us on Arise Prime Time. Glad to have you join us on the show.
Thank you. Good evening, Nigeria.
Let me start with a report that you have warned that APC will continue to destabilize the opposition.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Telecast TV. I'm Miracle Angala. You're watching a conversation with one of the APC chieftain and the honorable member of the House of Assembly, Honorable Farouk Aliyu, former minority leader. There was a report of warning from him that APC will continue to destabilize the opposition, making sure they don't come together. He also stated that INEC should discharge their duties. Endeavor to watch to the end. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, subscribe, like, comment, and share your thoughts. Don't miss trending videos.
And make sure they don't come together.
Yeah.
You made that statement.
Yes, I did.
Why would you make that statement? Destabilize is the word you used.
Yeah, because if the other group will destabilize us by poaching an Amechi, poaching an El Rufai, poaching all those big guys that we came together to bring APC, that's trying to destabilize us. So we will also try to destabilize them. Simple, that's it.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking destabilize.
Well, that's your own thoughts. I've told you my own thinking now.
Oh, poaching.
Because, yeah, of course, poaching. They poached from us. We used to be one family, one party, one people. You remember when all those people out of the APC now, we all ganged up to bring down Jonathan Goodluck. That's what happened.
Because I was going to bring that.
Yeah. But of course, that's what we did together, all of us. So it's certain people are, going out after some script to make sure APC does not see the light of day, or Tinubu does not win his election. Sadly, we will not allow that to happen. So it's politics.
Yeah, because there is opposition in this country. When we were in the opposition, we brought this country to a standstill. We opposed the government, and we want them to come and oppose us. You remember the statement?
Yeah.
It's your statement.
Absolutely. You see, I was leader of the minority in the House of Reps. I was in the opposition. And when we were in the opposition, back from 2003, when I won election that time, we opposed the government of the day. And we opposed constructively. We made sure we put them on their toes. So, if in the course of that, anybody, and look, there is no democracy without opposition. We have no problem in anybody trying to oppose us. Because
it was looking to me like you didn't want opposition at all.
No, absolutely no.
Okay.
In fact, look, we don't want to be left just to us, because the country does not belong to APC. This country belongs to all of us. And those in the opposition are respected Nigerians. We respect them. We respect their opinion. But politically speaking, we shall do everything possible to make sure they don't rear their heads. And I mean it. Because look, that's politics. If in the course of this political thing, whatever happens, politically speaking, we don't want insults, abuses, and so on. Because the elites are one and the same. I, Honorable Farouk Adamu Aliyu, will never be fighting Honorable Emeka Nwajuba or Bayo Onanuga. I'm just calling names.
And the talk is that the elites are the people giving the country the major problems the country has today.
That is the truth. But then a Musa and a Bayo or an Ayo will kill themselves because of us.
Is that right?
Absolutely. You see, the masses, that's what happens.
So what?
No, I'm coming. You see, at the down level, the masses still have not understood that at the level of elites, there is no Muslim nor Christian. At the level of elites, we are not enemies.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because
are you
how else can you justify, just like what I told you, the same gang of people, us, came together, New PDP, ACN, and so on, and all of us formed APC to wrestle power. Now the same group, just because of certain personal interests, they said, now no, all of a sudden, no, we don't want to work with you again.
You don't think
so?
If you look at national interest?
No, it's not national. It's personal interest. Because if it is for personal interest, I'm proud to say I'm a shining and living example in this country. I mean, the late Muhammadu Buhari, my leader, I was with him from day one. I fought with him. We went to over 600 local government in this country together. I'm one of the closest people to him. Certainly. I mean, and we did everything. He came to government. I didn't get any position. I never ever stopped defending the government of late President Buhari, because it's my leader, my party. So now I will never stop defending the government of Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's our party, it's our government. That does not mean that anybody who does not agree with us or with Tinubu, please go and criticize Tinubu, criticize the government, say whatever you want to say. We will also say our own part. At the end of the day, the people will decide whether they will go with us or they will go with the opposition. And look, and there is no harm.
That's a very good way to look at it.
Absolutely, there is no harm. Look, this country does not belong to APC. So we are not saying we own this country. If Nigerians in their wisdom, in 2027, they feel they don't want APC, so be it. We will not be enemies. Because we also defeated somebody and came to power.
Yeah. But are the elites passing this information down to your supporters? Because you just mentioned it. Now and then they're fighting and killing themselves, because of what the elites are doing. Are they passing this information down?
Well, you see, to
supporters,
even if we don't pass the information, the elites the masses should understand. I keep giving example with Edo State, and I'll still repeat. And every opportunity I have, I will say that. Back in the days in Edo State, I want Nigerians to understand. Obaseki was our candidate and won election as a governor. That time, Ize Iyamu was the candidate of PDP. We won the election. Somewhere along the line, during the second term of Obaseki, we didn't agree as a party and some powers that be in that state. Now, roles were reversed. Ize Iyamu, whom we called all sorts of names, we said everything negative about PDP. Now he came to us, joined us, contested under APC. Obaseki went to PDP, defeated us. So if the masses don't understand this, that at the level of elites, we are one and the same. So you don't need to, who do you need to teach? Can they understand that us and Obaseki destroyed PDP that time, said everything against Ize Iyamu, and then Ize Iyamu moved to us? Hey, come on. So I want the people to understand that we, at the level of elites.
It's good that they're listening and they're hearing this. Now, a former minister, Nigerian Minister of Police Affairs, based on what you just said, Adamu Waziri, says APC government lacks national direction, declares Tinubu's government worse than late president's government, and is a total disaster. Economic hardship, insecurity, national disunity.
One of the best thing to be is an opposition person. So it's rhetorics of the opposition. And and we welcome this kind of opposition, this kind of criticism. Let him say whatever he wants to say. It is true there are challenges. Buhari had challenges, Jonathan had challenges, every government has its own challenges. And then Nigeria is not an island. Yes, there are challenges in this country. Yes, there are economic difficulties. Yes, there are some insecurities, but Will any government do anything deliberately to hurt its people? No. So the government of the day is trying its best. Whether our best is not good enough for the Nigerian people, it is still left for the Nigerian people to decide. And the opposition are welcome to be calling us all sorts of names. If they say Tinubu is the worst president, that's their opinion. We think as at today, Tinubu is the best president. Simple. That's it. That's our opinion. In APC, he's our leader, as at now, the leader of the party and the leader of the country. So anybody, and then look, if they try to oppose Tinubu constructively based on probably our programs, then we respond. But if you don't like Tinubu, you don't like his face, that's your business. But when he talks about challenges, economic hardship, it's true. You remember in 2023, all the presidential candidates promised to remove subsidy, fuel subsidy. And Tinubu had the guts to do that. And I was made to understand, because it was the belief of all the candidates, or in fact it was the general consensus of the country, that look, this subsidy is a fraud.
But the way it was done is the issue with some of the other parties.
Well, that is also subjective. That is how the president wanted to do it. And then we're in a process of experiment.
But it's causing quite some problems.
That is true.
In the politics.
That is true. It is. But is it deliberate? No. And then we have our experts who keep tinkering with the figures from time to time. By the end of this year, Mr. President is going to review everything. Are these things working? Like I can tell you some of the things that are working very well. The foreign exchange thing. Because back in the days,
is that working?
Absolutely. Because
400
but listen,
to 1,500.
Okay, yeah, but then,
that's almost double.
Listen,
what's working about that?
Back in the days, you will carry your briefcase, and if you are favored, you will go and get money from central bank at the detriment of the other people. So the reality of Nigerian currency is at 1,500. That's the reality. And there's difference between truth and reality. So if you keep deceiving yourself, because if you don't export anything, you are only exporting oil, then there's a problem.
Some have said that the ADC, some have said that in ADC, Nigerians have a viable opposition, especially with the caliber of people there. Do you see ADC giving APC a real run for their money and probably doing what APC did to PDP in 2015?
Whether they are the viable opposition, I think they are. I agree they are, because I must confess there are some of them who make sense when they talk, when you hear them.
Like who and who?
I'm not going to mention name. They try to make sense about, not without insults, talking about the figures, what do we do, what do we right, and so on and so forth, which is all right. That's the kind of opposition I'm talking about. But then whether they will give us a run for our money, I don't think so.
Why?
Because it's a conglomeration of presidential candidates. Virtually all the leaders of that group want to be president. Unfortunately for them, only one person can be president. And I pray and hope, in fact, for the viability of this country. We want robust opposition. We are not scared of them. We were in the same movement. We know each other. We know how they perform their tricks. They know how we do our own. So in the long run, Nigerians will decide. But it is all elitist. I'm telling you, elitist. Simple. You don't get position, you leave. Some of them were looking for ticket. They know they will not get an APC, they leave. Some of them were looking for ministerial appointment, they didn't get, they leave. So these kind of things, which is also all right. There is nothing wrong for you to aspire to become somebody or something. If you don't get it, you can. Politics is a matter of interest. So if your interest personal, unfortunately, theirs is personal, while ours is national.
150 days, I think it is, before the elections and campaigns. Now we see branded rice bags, billboards, buses flood major cities. INEC regulatory agencies INEC has raised the red flag. Why is that happening? Even with your party APC, they should know. And you were a lawmaker.
Yeah. You see, unfortunately, I'm disappointed in INEC.
Disappointed in INEC?
Yeah, absolutely. Because what I expect, I want them to wield the big stick to even us, the APC. They should try to be seen to be independent. But then when you flip the other side of the coin...
Can they really be independent with the government funding them?
What?
With the government funding,
But the
INEC.
fund does not belong to the government. It's our resources.
I agree,
The
but-
money does not belong to the president or I or you. The president is superintending over the funds on behalf of all of us. So the president cannot own the money. The money belongs to all of us. And the president has never told them, don't do your work. So we expect them. I'm telling you, a member of APC, chieftain of APC, they should wield the big stick.
What you're
to
saying
all of us.
sounds very good to the ears. But this is Nigeria. We know how politics is played.
How? This president is willing to allow everybody to do his work. And I dare INEC tomorrow to ask to find, because look, there are pictures of persons sponsoring these things. Let them go after them. INEC should go after them.
Even if it's the APC.
And even if it's APC, but look, I also want you to understand.
Because you must have seen the billboards. You've seen them.
I have. But look, we also as a government cannot just sit by and allow them take the streets, take over people. If they decide to play politics today, we will play politics. Then if the arbiter comes and hit the big stick on all of us, then we all attract. But as at now, they should please allow us to govern. Simple. But if they don't, we'll continue to be talking, but while at the same time be running the country.
Why has Obi's comment that he can turn around Nigeria in one term of 4 years generated so much reaction, both positive and negative? What's your response to that?
You see, sometimes when you're out of office, or if you're not in the place, you will not know. To me, it's just rhetorics.
You think so?
Yeah. And he's also trying to convince people, that's my perception, that look, just give me 1 term, 4 years, I'll do the work. Let me give you a classical example. When we were in the opposition, myself, late president, the president, so many leaders were on the streets of Abuja and all over this country. Save Nigeria group, demonstrating against fuel hike in this country. Now, some of that thing we did, we didn't know. We were naive because we're not in the office. When President Buhari took over, he increased the price of pump price about 3-4 times. When Tinubu came, he removed the subsidy completely. Now, when they got in the office, we as a government, we realized that, look, some of the things Jonathan wanted to do about the subsidy was right. So Obi is talking out of ignorance. Simple. He does not know.
He was the governor of a state for quite some number of years. You think he's talking out of ignorance?
No, but the state is different from Nigeria. When you govern a small state.
Someone said if you're faithful in the little, you can be faithful in the much.
Well, that's true. That is true. But I'm telling you, the horizon of a state governor is not as wide as the wide horizon of a president. Simple. That's just it.
So you think...
No, John, as far as I'm concerned, I think Obi, normal politics, which is okay. I mean, he's trying running, pillar to pole. Where will he get a ticket? And we're looking, we're watching.
And Tinubu got, I think, 36% to win the election.
Yeah.
Now you have an Obi, you have an Atiku, in one umbrella. Both of them garnered about 13 million plus.
Yeah.
You don't see that as a huge threat to APC.
Well, I told you we respect them. We respect them, we admire them as Nigerian leaders. But honestly, they don't threaten us. We're not scared, absolutely, because look, just like I told you, the way they are trying to destabilize us, not allowing us run our government, not bringing crisis in our party.
You're the one that said you're the one bringing crisis.
No, what I'm saying, we are. Yeah. I said, no, both of us. They are doing to us, we're doing unto them. Simple. So that's it. But then who does it better? Probably we think we're doing it because we deal with so many parties, while they are just, we are one. All of them are after us. So we also need to spread our tentacles to make sure we pour sand inside their gari.
And that's actually what you said.
That's what I said.
Now, PDP seems to be getting a grip on its challenges with its neck, settling the issue of secretaryship and convention to be held in Ibadan. Do you see the party unseating APC or giving APC? Actually, the FCT minister says that PDP is the only party that can really, really challenge APC with a caveat if it sets its house in order. And looks like they're setting their house in order.
You see, we are so happy in APC for PDP to come together. Because if nothing, you're probably taking half of members of ADC. Because half of members of ADC are from PDP. So to us, the more opposition parties you have, the better for APC. So be it. We clap for them. May they put their house in order and come and confront us. The more the merrier. The Labour Party is also there.
A PDP chieftain says any party that feels Obi will have an advantage because he's honest and gives Nigerians hope. A PDP chieftain said that.
Well, I pray they invite him and give him the ticket. When I say we, Tinubu, APC, our leader, we're not afraid of any other Nigerian politician to come to the ring. We'll try in a civil way. We are brothers. Because you see, just like what I told you, these guys that have gone out of APC, we are brothers, family, and so a lot of them are extremely close to my family. In fact, Rotibe Abechi is a godfather to my children.
He is?
Yes. He is so close to me. Amechi is very, very close to me as a family. But politically, he's in ADC. So in
APC.
I mean APC. But we're not enemies. We just don't agree politically. That don't mean what. So I want the Nigerians to understand, just like I told you, me and Amechi, we're a family. I can never, ever quarrel with Amechi. No. Onas we elufai. Never. To quarrel, no. But to disagree, yes. We're all friends and family, all of them.
Okay, it's interesting the way you're saying it. I hope that the masses out there are guessing this, so they won't be quarreling over you.
They shouldn't.
And the elite.
They shouldn't.
And vote whom they want to vote, of course. And like you said, INEC should wield the big stick,
yeah.
Even if it has to do with APC.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, APC chieftain, former minority leader, House of Reps, Farouk Adamu. Aliyu, it's been nice discussing with you on Arise Prime Time.
Thank you so much.
And I love your, I really do love your idea of politics. It does make sense. It's not, like they say, it's about interest, not about
national interest.
enemies.
No.
All right.